very close to Serena's presentation. So, the first verse I cited here, Daniel Berzsenyi, a Hungarian romantic poet, wrote it about folk dance. Its secret laws can be mastered, it ruled by itself, limited by enthusiasm. Ernő Pesovár, a leading personality of Hungarian folk dance research, specialized in dance history and structural analysis, cited Berzsenyi frequently. In this presentation, I will follow Pesovár's analytical theory and guidelines. The notation I introduce here is necessary to understand the deep structure of the dance. Without it, the dance structure is difficult to recognize. Pesovár planned a last synthesis of his lifetime work in the subject of Ugros dances, which was published recently with the title Old Hungarian Dance Style, the Ugros, edited by János Fügedi and András Wawrinec. Ugros means literally springing dances. Pesovár basic theory on the large structure of Kanásztánc Ugros, means swineherd jumping dance, style was introduced in 1980. He initiated a summary in 1995, but the actual work started only in 2005. I was honored to take part in the analytical works. After Ernő Pesovár's death, the work continued, however, the tasks were shared. Ethnomusicologist Katalin Paksa published a separated volume on the music of Ugros dances. The second volume, which I mentioned above, included a selection of 70 dances notated. The third part of the research aimed at the analysis of dances, of which 2 volumes were released. One dealt with the dance tradition of a South Hungarian village, Hosszúhetény, and the analysis of 3 dances from there. The other, including my analysis of dances, introduced an ethnographic area called Mezőföld. Mezőföld is here, between the Danube, the left side river, and Lake Balaton. Now I will present a short-lived analysis of one solo Ugros from this region, from village Pákozd, marked with the red dot. Let's see Pál Gáz, Kanásztánc, traditional dance with battles on the ground. Thank you, Mr. Galpal. The dancer uses only 3 basic motifs in his dexterity dance. 2 of them are secondary motifs. 1, type 2, is considered dominant. Type 1, formed by quarter-quarter rhythm on one leg support repetition. Here are 3 examples. The next secondary motif is type 3. It appears in the dance with quarter-quarter or 8/8 quarter rhythm. It contains double support, usually on the second beat of the motif. The absolute dominant motif is type 2. Its rhythm is 8/8 quarter and contains usually supports on one leg. Let's investigate this type more detailed. Some variant contains 2 supports with quarter-quarter rhythm and one gesture-like movement transform its rhythm into 8/8 quarter. This type's name is 2A. In the 2B subtype, the second 8 is a partial support position. Let's see again. Here it is. The 2C is the 3-tap. Motif generally known as pas de basque or tripodium. Note every support is changing. The type 2 motif has 3 subtypes. This category appear in the dance only in variants, as you see on the former slides, and subvariants. The 2E subtype has 3 variants. The 2B subtype has 2 variants, and the 2C subtype has 3 variants. In the subvariants, the motifs get rich in movement, such as touches, passing, sliding, rhythmically limited contacts, modification of movement categories from spring to step, or rhythmical augmentation. Furthermore, Paga create mixed motifs. For example, the 2A1 apostrophe plus 2A2 apostrophe denotes a shorter version of a motif. He colors the motifs with claps several times. So Paga shows 8 variants. Yes, here's the 8 variants. 13 subvariants and 4 more mixed motifs. Altogether, he performs 25 different 3-tap motifs in a 2.5 minutes dance. With the detailed notation, the 25 variations are difficult to recognize. However, without the distinction of the 3-tap motifs, we can't understand the structure of the dance. To outline the structure of the dance, I follow Ernő Pessovar and György Martin's method for analysis and motif definition. In this phase of the research, a big discovery appears. Tripodium variants have a serial, list-like pattern in the whole dance. This is the basic structural illustration of the dance. The horizontal lines represent the 5 strophes. There is the measure, 2-line bound sequence. As you can see, a characteristic Ugros melody has usually 4 measures in series. Only in the second part of the strophe is a 5-measure series. We show the length of the motifs above the horizontal line. As you see several times, the measures and the motifs overlap each other exactly. There are cases the duration of the motifs corresponds to odd number of quarters. It causes the boundaries of the motifs reach beyond the boundaries of a measure. The subtypes pattern is shown in these slides. Here is the 2E, the 2B, now here is the 2B, the green one, and the 2C. We find 2 kinds of patterns. First, when the variants follow each other, for example there, as you can see here on the right bottom, and in the middle of the dance in the 2E, and the second variants don't follow each other. For example there where you can see separated motifs here and here too, all the 3 variants. In this slide you can see the pattern of all variants. In the first part of the dance, Paga introduces all of the 8 variants as a prelude which will appear later. Additionally, he changes the variants in the sequence. After a longer period of 2A, as you can see the brown ones, and the 2C1, the blue ones, the high of the 3-taps motifs is coming. In the second part of the third strophe, there are 14 measures of type 2 motif sequentially, while each one is not identical to any other. Do you see there? Where the high begins with the longer 2C1, the blue one, and after 2A2, and could you help me? No? The 2A1 and the 2A3 and 2C2, that the blue one's coming, and the other blue 2C1, and again 2A3, the brown, and the 2C3, again a blue, and 2B1, and close 2C1, and the real close is the 2A2, the end of the strophe, you can see there. So, after the high of the dance, a longer period of 2C appears. And the final part of the tripudiums, all the variation danced as a frame structure. The appearance of the type 2 pattern described above laws of the entire process can be summarized as follows: X, Y, uppercase X, Y, X, Y, X. The lowercase x denotes the many variations within the appearance of a longer time. Y is a variation through dancing over a longer period, while uppercase X is the performance of many variations in a very short time. Notice that the recurring portions include a wide variety of long, short parts as an intermediary. The longer, diverse, or homogeneous parts periodically alternate. This presentation revealed an analytical method to prove that notation is vital from the point of discovering dance creation approaches different from today's practices. The research has another serious goal in point of notation. During the analysis, we find several big questions inside the formal notation. As we try to understand what's happening on the film, the structural forms show us the real motion. The analysis helps the notator to perfectly perform the notation. Closing the presentation, I quote my teacher, my colleague, my mentor János Fügedi's words from our foreword of our common volume. It was one of the most considerable moral of the common work beyond the cognition of the hidden world of the structure that notation of improvised dances frequently difficult to observe for the lack of proper recording quality may be published only after a thorough analysis. The exploration of the inner events of the dance, the discovery of the logic of the motions, help the notator to get a clearer notation of the actual movements, the hidden intent of expression which cannot be discussed with the traditional dancers, to notate what can be formulated by science. Thank you for your attention.